Hey guys, Omni here. We're going to check out the pitch meeting from Ryan George over at Screen Rant for WandaVision. If you haven't seen my reactions, I've got them up for the entire season so far. The season finale aired this weekend, so if you haven't checked it out, we have a reaction for that as well as a couple of different live streams that we talk about with the community, answer questions about our thoughts and feelings on everything as it progresses. Those are only from episode 6 forward, though, as well as reactions to new Rockstar's breakdowns of each episode. So if any of that interests you, I recommend you go check that out. But for right now, we're going to dive into Ryan George and his classic series of pitch meetings for WandaVision Season 1. Well, more than likely the only season we're going to get, but we'll see. Here we go.
So, you have a new Marvel project for me?
Yes, sir, I do. I figure we can make a Marvel TV show for Disney+.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking we can make a show about Wanda and Vision.
I don't know if you saw the last couple episodes of the MCU, but Vision is very dead.
I know, that's gonna be part of the intrigue.
Okay, so what's going on in this show anyway?
It's gonna be like a 1950s black and white sitcom starring Wanda and Vision, right?
Oh, what the heck are you talking about?
And they're just going about their 1950s lives, you know, dinner with the boss and those kinds of classic sitcom situations.
Are you sure you've seen the MCU before? Because this isn't remotely, that doesn't resemble anything we do at all.
No, I know.
Okay, what is happening?
So then we're gonna start to see that things get a little weird sometimes, you know? Sometimes they can't remember how they got to places, there's some weird stuff showing up.
Oh, what the heck is that about? Please tell me now.
Yeah, there's like a super weird moment with the boss, there's a beekeeper that comes out of the sewer.
Okay.
What's going on, you okay?
I'm not used to slow-moving intrigue, so I'm not sure what to do with myself.
Understandable, sir, but this is a weekly release schedule, right? So we're gonna spread out the reveals and really make people hate the words "please stand by."
Okay, but what's with all the weird stuff, though?
Please stand by.
Yeah, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
This nosy neighbor character, Agnes, right? And she's a little mysterious, you know? Something's going on with her.
Agnes, huh?
What are you doing?
Is she Agatha Harkness?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, great. Got it.
That's kind of supposed to be a reveal later.
Well, listen, if you give people some downtime, they're gonna theorize. That's just how it works.
I'm gonna make you pay for that.
What?
So anyway, then the show starts jumping through the decades every episode, and Wanda gives birth to twins.
Oh, very weird. I don't know what to make of all this random weirdness.
And there's this woman in there, and she seems to remember who Wanda is and that Ultron killed her brother.
Oh, okay, here we go.
And so Wanda gets mad, and she sends her outside of this big magical hex dome that's going on.
And so what's that all about?
Well, it turns out that Wanda's taken over this town called Westview with this magical hex thing, and she's broadcasting it.
Oh.
Yeah, so the Sword Agency, they're keeping an eye on things, you know, watching the broadcasts.
Nice, okay, things making a bit of sense now.
And there's this guy, Director Hayward, running the show. There's gonna be Darcy from Thor there. There's Jimmy Woo from Ant-Man.
Oh, Jimmy, what's going on with Jimmy?
Oh, well, he's gotten really good at that close-up magic stuff.
Oh, I didn't even know I was rooting for that outcome, but I am intensely proud of him.
So
Me too, man.
So
Me
him
too.
and Darcy are basically gonna behave as the audience will at home, just kind of watching WandaVision, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
It turns out that woman was a grown-up Monica Rambeau from Captain Marvel, and she keeps mentioning this aerospace engineer that she knows.
Aerospace engineer, Reed Richards, Fantastic Four?
Certainly seems like I'm teasing something like that, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, this is very exciting.
Yeah, you like that, huh? You big dummy.
What?
And then at the end of a certain episode, we're gonna have Pietro Maximoff show up.
Oh, but he's dead.
He is, but he's gonna come back, and I figure this time Evan Peters could play him.
But he played Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men movies.
That's right, sir, he did. Let that blow your mind for a minute.
Oh my god, what does this mean? What are the implications? Is the multiverse open? Are the X-Men on their way?
Please stand by.
What? No! Oh, please stop torturing me like this.
Please stand by.
Wow, okay, yeah, people are gonna hate those words, aren't they?
Oh, most definitely.
Hey, is he secretly Mephisto? Are the twins secretly Mephisto? Am I secretly Mephisto?
Maybe. So then eventually we're gonna reveal that Agnes lady was actually an evil witch this whole time, and her name is Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
You did. So she's gonna have this little theme song explaining that she was evil the whole time. It's gonna be called Agatha All Along.
Oh, okay.
And it's just gonna be so frickin' so good, Sir just the catchiest song.
Oh, okay, you think people are gonna like it? That's cool.
Oh yes, sir. People are gonna love it. It's gonna be about how she was pulling all the evil strings all along.
Nice.
How she killed a dog.
Oh my god.
So then Agatha's gonna be like, okay, I would like to know how you got your power, so let's go look at all your trauma for a little bit.
Very inconsiderate.
For sure. So we're gonna see her and her family back in Sokovia when she was a kid.
Okay.
And turns out she used to watch a bunch of sitcoms, and that's what inspired her grief dome of different sitcom
Grief
eras.
dome.
Her dad had all these DVDs like The Dick Van Dyke Show, Bewitched, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle with Bryan Cranston?
That's right.
Bryan Cranston from Godzilla?
That's the one.
Godzilla with Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson?
That's the, oh dang it.
Oh.
What is that?
Okay, so that's an Easter egg.
Oh, okay. I got a ton of questions about the implications of that Easter egg.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna
Also,
need you to
apparently
get
it
all
shouldn't
the
have
way off
been
my back
out
about the fact
for
that
them to
Marvel
have on
actors act in
DVD
other
at that
things
point,
sometimes.
apparently.
Okay, let me get off of that thing.
Anyway, so at the end of that episode, Agatha's gonna be like, this is chaos magic, Wanda, and that makes you the Scarlet Witch.
That's the name of the character.
Yeah, we're gonna make people cheer for something they already knew.
Yeah, they knew, but it hadn't been said out loud.
And we're gonna say it out loud.
Oh, saying things people already know out loud is tight.
I know.
I know you know.
Nice, okay, so then Sword is gonna manage to make this white Vision and send him inside the Hex to kill Vision.
Oh boy, so they're gonna fight?
They are gonna fight, sir. Turns out this weird conceptual show is gonna end with a big CGI battle, just like Marvel movies.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yeah, so they're gonna go head to head. It's gonna be very cool.
Wow, it's gonna be tough for Hex Vision to defeat himself.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he hits him with some philosophical questions, and so White Vision is like, huh.
Oh.
Yeah, then he gives him his memories, and White Vision is like, okay, I'm Vision now, bye.
Wait, where does he go?
Off into the MCU until we need him for something.
Okay, so this way we'll be able to kill Vision without killing Vision.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that death isn't permanent. It's just like in real life.
That's not accurate. Oh, also, Monica has powers now from going in and out of the Hex, and she uses them to stop Hayward from shooting the twins.
He was gonna shoot some children?
Well, technically, they're not real children, but yeah, Hayward's just gonna become a cartoonishly evil guy in the last episode. That's gonna be his thing.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was
then
pretty
Wanda's gonna have this
cartoonishly
big
evil
showdown with Agatha,
up until
and
that
Agatha's
point
gonna show her
already.
that she's been a straight-up mental terrorist to the people of Westview.
Oh, that's not good.
And then they're gonna have this big battle with a bunch of different colored beams and a sky beam, just like the end of a Marvel movie.
Wow, 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 wow.
And Wanda's gonna manage to defeat Agatha by putting these big runes on the side of the Hex, which means that only she can do magic in that area.
Oh, how did she know how to do that?
Well, Agatha mentioned that while she was monologuing.
Oh, it's super helpful when villains start monologuing. Didn't The Incredibles make fun of that?
Yeah, that movie did make fun of villains doing that. Fun fact, we're gonna reference The Incredibles a couple of times.
But we're still gonna do the thing it was making fun of.
Exactly. So then Wanda gives herself some new clothes and then traps Agatha in her own mind as a nosy neighbor forever, which I'm sure is a fate worse than death.
Absolutely, that's deeply horrifying, and it gets worse the more you think about it.
It sure does, sir. And then Wanda's gonna have to say goodbye to her twins, but probably not for long, and to Vision, but probably not for long.
Very sad, but probably not for long.
And then as Wanda's walking out of Westview, all the citizens are giving her dirty looks, and Monica's gonna be like, they have no idea what you sacrificed for them.
She mentally tortured them for an extended period of time and probably scarred them for life.
Yeah, but she had to say goodbye to her imaginary friends, so it balances out.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's about it. What do you
Yes.
think?
Well, wait, what about Evan Peters as Quicksilver? What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, it turns out he was just a guy named Boner.
Boner?
Ralph Boner, yeah, that whole thing was a setup for a boner joke. Yeah, that'll teach people to theorize.
What about Mephisto or Reed Richards? Does Doctor Strange have a cameo? He must have sensed all this going on. Oh, a very painful fart noise.
Yeah, so then we're gonna vaguely tease some upcoming projects and we're out.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh, and by the way, I thought it might be fun to release that Agatha All Along song online. People are really gonna like that.
I mean, if people really respond to it, we can release it, I guess, but people aren't gonna freak out over a song where a witch kills a dog.
Visually releases. Nice.
Hey guys,
Good job,
Ryan here.
man.
Thanks for
Good
watching that
job.
pitch meeting.
I love that. So something I just thought about, you know, if she's back, if Agatha's back in her role as the nosy neighbor, does that mean she's just going to go back and live with Ralph again? Does he basically have like a brainwashed wife now? Questions. And like you said, like the more you start to think about it, the crueler it gets. Fun points, man. Like, regardless of all the silly stuff here and there, I still love the season. I still loved how it went. I still love all the directions. Like, yeah, the only thing I got mildly disappointed about was, of course, the Quicksilver thing. I could have done with everything else being just Mr. X or Easter eggs and just that. That was the one that's like still there's some things that don't quite add up as to why that was happening. I mean, we never got an answer to, you know, why did the alarm go off signaling someone entering the breach when he showed up? Otherwise, we got no answers to why that happened. Because it's not like he manifested. He was there. He was within the breach the entire time. The alarm should have never went off. So there's things like that where they were purposefully manipulating us in that moment. And that's why I was like, okay, I feel like I do feel like that out of everything is a troll. But yeah, aside from that, though, I still enjoyed the journey. It's Wanda's journey. And I like what they did with it. I like the ending. I like the reveal. I love all the characters. I think the performances in this is some of the best we've seen in the MCU. But yeah, well, that call out for the Malcolm in the Middle thing with Bryan Cranston, who starred in a movie with both Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which is a funny little circle to create and a logical thing. Like, oh, well, Bryan Cranston apparently exists in this world. Does he still play in Godzilla? And is there a doppelganger of Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor Johnson that are themselves in this world that play in a movie that stars with Bryan Cranston? Need I go on? Anyway, guys, if you're not subscribed to Screen Junkies, Jesus, or them, you can subscribe to them too. You know, Honest Trailers, all that jazz. But Screen Rant. And Ryan George, follow him, man. He if you haven't seen his pitch meetings, they are hilarious. He does so many things that you definitely have heard of and love, and they're entertaining, man. I love them to death. Anyway, guys, that's been this video. I'd love to know your thoughts on this down below. I know most of us here on the channel have talked to the ends of the earth over WandaVision over the past couple of weeks, whether it be in the comments of the reactions that we've been doing, the breakdowns that we've been watching, or the live streams we've been doing. We've been talking about it quite a bit. But it has been an event, and I love sharing it with you guys. So I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you all for coming along this journey. You know, we broke 10K thanks to this show for the most part, large in part, but due to the show. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. You know, big shout out to the legends on the channel, Mandy Sherritt, the other Patreons. We got our first hero and the various champions of the channel that we have over on our Patreon and YouTube memberships here. You guys are fantastic. You know, we'll be streaming Injustice 1 Part 2 later this evening. So if you're around, check that out. And once I'm finished with that, I'll be moving on into Justice 2 for the first time, playing through that storyline. I'm trying to do a lot more live streams to interact with you guys, since it's a lot harder for me to keep up with all the comments the videos are getting these days. So I want to keep interacting with you all and, you know, building these relationships, building these communities. If you want to check out the Discord channel we have, there's a link in the description of that. But that's it for this video, guys. I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.